and welcome to Andromeda Skies Tarot. I have another pick a card reading for you today. We're going to be tapping into the energy surrounding your connection with your person and see what they are thinking and feeling at this time. I have 3 piles here for you to choose from. Pile number 1, pile number 2, pile number 3. Go ahead and focus on the piles for a moment and choose the pile that you are most drawn to. When you're ready, you can find the timestamps down below in the description. I'll go ahead and give you a moment. If you need a little bit more time, you can go ahead and pause the video. We're going to get started. Okay, pile number 1, this is going to be your reading. And you chose the stone that says health. Okay, so this person may be very focused on their health and well-being at this time with this energy coming through. Maybe they're into fitness, or maybe they're struggling with some kind of health issue. We could also be really concerned about the health of this connection. We have religious factors. Your love life is influenced by your religious upbringing and spiritual path. Now, this card, whenever I get it in a reading, it's usually referring to a spiritual connection of some kind. So think a twin flame connection or a soulmate connection. It can sometimes also refer to a connection with someone that triggers a spiritual awakening. Romantic feelings. Your feelings are real and worth exploring. Okay, so beautiful romantic feelings in this connection. This card always gives me old-timey romantic film vibes. So someone could be a little bit more traditional with this energy coming out. We have you deserve love. You are lovable. Now, this is an energy of someone being very focused on you. You see this person with the bow and arrow. They have someone in their crosshairs, and I feel that this is your person's energy towards you. They're very focused on you. For some of you, this can represent your person being a Sagittarius, or maybe you're a Sagittarius. And we're starting off with the 2 of Swords. Now, the 2 of Swords is an energy of being very closed off and guarded. If you look at this imagery here, this person has 2 swords blocking their heart space, protecting themselves. This card represents a stalemate. So there could be a bit of stagnant energy going on between you and your person. You know, nobody's making a move. One's waiting for the other one to take action. And so since both of us are kind of waiting, there's nothing going on. It also represents needing to make a decision, but not having enough information to do so. So we need to use our intuition. We have the Ace of Swords in the reverse. Now, the Ace of Swords is an energy of communication, clarity. Okay, with this card being in the reverse, this can represent confusion and no communication. The fact that you and your person might not be speaking at this time. We have the Tower in the reverse. Now, the Tower represents some kind of upset that we experience. It can feel like the rug being pulled out from beneath you. It can represent some kind of surprise. It doesn't necessarily have to be something bad or uncomfortable, although it oftentimes does represent some kind of change in our life that can be a little bit uncomfortable and, you know, kind of rock our foundations a bit. The good news with this card being in the reverse, however, the foundations have crumbled, you know, the rug was already pulled, and now we have an opportunity to rebuild. We have the 6 of Swords in the reverse. Now, the 6 of Swords is an energy of moving on from something, moving on from some chaotic times here. We have, you know, this Tower energy coming out. So moving on from troubling times into calmer waters. With this card being in the reverse, it can represent someone who's having a really hard time moving on. It can represent closure issues, okay? With these 2 energies side by side, I feel someone here is having a hard time letting something go that happened, this Tower moment, okay? For some of you, distance can be some kind of obstacle in your connection. Maybe you live far away from each other. But I'm seeing someone here who's having a really hard time moving on from this connection. We have the Eight of Swords. Now, the Eight of Swords is an energy of mental entrapment, feeling really stuck. Sometimes this can represent just feeling stuck in a situation. Someone could feel trapped in a job. Maybe you're in some kind of situationship and someone feels like they're trapped in another connection and they can't free themselves. But this person, if you look at this imagery, they're bound and tied. This person feels like they can't find their way out of these swords. So we have the stalemate energy here with little communication. So there's a lot of confusion going on. I'm seeing someone who's having a really hard time finding their way out of this mental entrapment. This can represent a lot of negative self-talk as well. Maybe this person is telling themselves that they're unworthy. Maybe they're saying that they don't, think that you love them anymore. It could represent a lot of negative things that this person is telling themselves. And we have Strength in the reverse. So it's possible that your person is a Leo. You could be a Leo yourself. This card being in the reverse is representing someone who is lacking in self-confidence and courage. This person is having a hard time speaking up for themselves or thinking that they're worthy. Now, this card goes exceptionally well with the fact that we have this Eight of Swords energy. So I'm seeing that is very strong energy coming through. And look at what we have here, Nine of Swords. We have a lot of swords energy, so this person is very much in their mind at this time, telling themselves all kinds of things. This person is struggling getting any sleep at night with this Nine of Swords energy. This is worry, being very anxious about the situation, especially because we don't have this clarity here, because we have this underneath the Ace of Swords. So this is telling me that this person is really, really worried, very anxious about the lack of communication going on, maybe miscommunication that's going on in this connection, feeling lost, like they don't, know where the two of you stand. We have the Three of Pentacles in the reverse. Now, the Three of Pentacles is an energy of cooperation, working together. With this card being in the reverse, this can represent someone feeling that perhaps we don't work well together, or someone is unwilling to work on the connection. Maybe after this tower moment, we kind of took a step back, and now this person is thinking that you're not going to want to put the pieces back together with them. With these two cards together, there could be also someone who perhaps changed jobs or lost a job rather suddenly, because the Three of Pentacles can represent work. And we have the Hierophant. Now, the Hierophant is Taurus's energy, so some of you could be involved with a Taurus. This is commitment and traditions. Okay, and I'm seeing here that this person is having difficulty moving on from this commitment energy. We have the Seven of Wands. Now, the Seven of Wands is an energy of defense. This is putting up walls to protect ourselves. If you look at this imagery here, there's all these wands that are reaching out to get to this person here, but he has this wand ready to bat them all away. Sometimes when I get this in a reading, it can represent someone who has blocked the other person on social media, on the phone, things like that, okay, to close themselves off from the other person. So that could have been something that happened here, especially because we have a lot of energy showing that there's perhaps not a lot of communication going on. The thing with this card coming out in the reverse, however, is this person is getting ready to lower these walls and become a little bit more vulnerable. So I'm going to further clarify this reading with Island Time Wellness. Please clarify this reading for group number 1. All right, and we have the Phoenix. New phase, rekindle, renew, transformation, growth, changed mind. Okay, so the Phoenix is all about rising from the ashes. Now, this card goes very well with this Tower energy being in the reverse. So we've had this crumble happen, okay? The Phoenix has already burned with this energy here, and now we have an opportunity to come back to life here. And we have wedding rings. So there's a very strong energy of commitment coming through. For some of you watching this, you could have be married to your person. Maybe you talked about getting married, but this is very strong commitment energy. All right, maybe you and your person were planning on getting married. We have union, wedding, married, soul connection, eternal love, everlasting promise. Okay, so I did just get an energy here. Perhaps there was a broken promise. Someone broke a promise. I do have this Ace of Swords in the reverse. Sometimes that can represent someone who was dishonest in some way. Okay, so there could have been a broken promise. Take that how that resonates. Please clarify this reading for group number 1. Okay, we have date. Meeting someone new, dating, get back out there, plan, set a date. Okay, so after this crumbling here, this person could, and we have coffee cup. This card goes well with this one. This person may want to reconnect with you and start over fresh. Maybe go through the dating phase again, starting brand new. I'm seeing some of you might have actually moved on from this person and maybe started seeing other people as well. But we also have coffee cup. Meeting and conversing, savoring the moment, feeling uplifted, friendship. Okay, so starting fresh, going on little dates together, maybe going out for a cup of coffee. Okay, for some of you, this person may want to reconnect as just friends. Okay, and start off that way. We have lightning, sudden change, shocking news, surprise, epiphany, upheaval, transformation. Now this card is very similar to this tower energy. So I'm feeling for many of you watching this disruption that happened in this connection, this separation, may have happened very suddenly. Maybe there's something that was kind of let out in the open, and this crumbling happened rather quickly. Now I'm going to further clarify this reading with my own love oracle, my Andromeda Skies love oracle. If you would like one of these for yourself, you can find it in my Etsy store, and I'll have that link down below in the description. Please clarify this reading for group number 1. There is so much I want to tell you. Okay, so this person is wanting to open up communication, wanting to tell you something. Okay, but with this Ace of Swords in the reverse and this Two of Swords here, I'm feeling like there's a lot of stagnant energy and this person wants to get something off their chest, but they're kind of lacking the courage in order to do so. I was pretending to be someone else. Okay, so this is an energy of someone wearing a mask. Sometimes it can represent someone who's trying to impress you in some way, so they behave a certain way around you, especially to kind of bring you in the beginning, and then they can't meet those expectations long term. And this can also represent that mask that people wear where they behave differently depending on what crowd they're around. So someone with this energy here can behave differently around their friends and kind of do things to impress their friends. Whoa. We have a lot of energy come here for you. And then we have, I am so sorry. Okay, so this person's struggling with a lot of regret. They're wishing to communicate with you. You have, I pulled away because I am overwhelmed with all of the things going on in my life. Okay, so this person may struggle with anxiety. We do have this Nine of Swords energy, so feeling really overwhelmed, like they can't handle everything, and so they kind of close off and pull away. Please be patient with me. This person is hoping that you can wait for them. I feel some of you have already been waiting for them. You are always on my mind. So this person is thinking about you nonstop. I feel terrible for hurting you. Yeah, here's that regret energy coming through again. I'm afraid of commitment. Okay, so this is an energy of someone kind of, they put up walls to kind of push other people away because they're afraid of diving too deep. They're afraid of being vulnerable. We do have this Seven of Wands energy. They could feel trapped in long-term relationships. I just got a feeling of someone perhaps growing up where their parents had like a really unhealthy marriage, and so that has a lot to do with this person's fear of commitment. I have secrets and deception. Okay, now this goes well with this Ace of Swords in the reverse, not being fully open and honest. This kind of deception energy could have been the result of this Tower moment that we experienced here. I feel like this person is really wanting to open up about whatever this secrets and deception, wanting to come forward, wanting to be open and honest. All right, group number 1. These are all of the energies that I have for you today. I hope you enjoyed this reading. If you did, please hit that like button and subscribe. Consider leaving me a comment down below. I do appreciate that. And I will see you next time. Okay, group number 2, this is going to be your reading. And you chose the stone that says laugh. Okay, so it's possible that your person is a very funny person. Maybe they like to joke around a lot. Maybe they like to make you laugh. They enjoy making you laugh. We have free yourself. It's time to take back control of your life. Okay, so this is an energy of someone feeling kind of trapped in a situation. If you look at this imagery, we have this unicorn in this really tiny enclosure that can barely move around. Okay, so someone feeling a little bit kind of stuck and trapped in a situation. This card can also represent freeing yourself from a situation that is no longer serving you. All right, and we have wedding. This situation involves marriage. Okay, so you have commitment energy coming through. You and your person could have been married. Perhaps you talked about getting married at some point in time. Maybe they saw you as someone that they would like to marry. We have worth waiting for. Divine timing is at work in your love life. Okay, with this energy coming through, it's possible that you have been waiting for this person for quite some time. We have the Eight of Pentacles. Now, the Eight of Pentacles is an energy of someone being very focused and hard at work. So it's possible that your person is very focused on their career at this time with this energy coming out. But this card also represents repairing something, a willingness to repair something. Okay, so a willingness to repair the connection. We have the Two of Wands in the reverse. Now, the Two of Wands is an energy of contemplation, being deep in thought about something. It also represents planning for the future. With this card being in the reverse, it can kind of represent plans falling through, things not going according to plan, all right, or, changing plans as well. If you look at this imagery here, we also have this person holding a globe, so it can represent travel and distance. It's possible that you and your person live at a distance from each other. Perhaps distance is an obstacle. I'm seeing for some people watching this, you could be involved with someone who travels for work. We have the Queen of Cups. Now, the Queen of Cups is a very nurturing energy, very sweet, very sensitive, empathic, intuitive, and sometimes even psychic. Okay, so this is the water sign energy. So some of you could be a water sign or involved with a water sign. The Queen of Cups is the only card in the deck that has someone with a cover over their cup. So the Queen of Cups can be quite good at hiding their emotions. So this could be someone who is kind of hiding the way they feel at this time. We have the Chariot. Now, the Chariot is Cancer's energy. So some of you could be a Cancer or involved with a Cancer with this coming out. This is another card that represents travel and distance. Okay, it also represents forward motion, victory and success as well. We have the Queen of Swords. Now, the Queen of Swords is someone who can be quite brutal, This is someone who demands honesty from the people that they engage with. With this card being in the reverse, it can represent someone who has gone a bit cold and has closed themselves off, an unwillingness to communicate. Normally, in the upright, the Queen of Swords is beckoning someone to come forward and tell her their truth, okay, wanting to hear from them. In the reverse position, however, this person has gone cold. They are unwilling to communicate. It could also represent someone who's feeling a bit indecisive, because the Queen of Swords is normally someone who's very decisive. We have death. Now, death is an energy of endings, bringing new beginnings. It represents change and transformation. This is Scorpio's energy, so some of you could be involved with a Scorpio or be a Scorpio. And we have this coming out underneath this Eight of Pentacles energy. So a willingness to repair things after some kind of transformation happens. Okay, so there's a change that is needed in this connection. We have the moon in the reverse. Now, the moon is Pisces energy, so very strong water energy coming out in this reading. The moon represents illusions, fear, okay? So with this card being in the reverse, it's like things coming to light. It's taking the rose-colored glasses off and seeing things for how they are. So I'm seeing a kind of an awakening to this situation, a deeper understanding. And someone is going to overcome some fears. I'm seeing with this free yourself energy, with this wedding energy, this can represent someone who is overcoming fears of commitment. I have the Seven of Pentacles. Now, the Seven of Pentacles is another energy that represents waiting. So it's very strong energy coming out here. So some of you could have been waiting rather patiently for this person to open up, because I am seeing that it's possible that they've been concealing their emotions and have been a bit tight-lipped. Okay. With the Seven of Pentacles in the reverse, it can represent someone who is feeling like perhaps their time is being wasted. Normally this card represents being very patient, waiting for these pentacles to ripen for the plucking. In the reverse position, it can represent feeling like you've been waiting for a really long time, but nothing's been happening. Okay. So I'm seeing a little bit of impatience, like, you know, like we've been dealing with this energy for a minute. And we have the High Priestess. Okay, so here is that intuitive psychic energy coming through. So you and your person with this heavy water energy coming through, you probably have a very strong psychic link with your person with this card coming out. Okay, this can represent hidden information as well. So there could be some kind of secret or hidden information that needs to come to light. And I see that it's likely that that will. This person may be thinking a lot about kind of opening up about something that's been troubling them. And with this moon energy being in the reverse, is kind of letting things be known for how they are. We have the Ace of Pentacles in the reverse. Now, the Ace of Pentacles represents a brand new opportunity. It can represent a proposal. Okay, with it being in the reverse, again, I'm getting that energy of someone being maybe a little bit struggling with cold feet, struggling with the idea of commitment, feeling a little bit trapped in a long-term commitment. I'm seeing that someone is having difficulty communicating this issue, okay, because I have this energy coming out right underneath the Queen of Swords. I'm going to further clarify this reading with Island Time Wellness. We have Girl Talk, time with friends, moving on, happily single, living in the moment, having fun. Okay, with this energy here, I'm saying that it's possible that you or your person may be spending more time with friends, maybe communicating with friends, perhaps getting advice from friends. We have the Runner. Runner in a codependent relationship, fear of intimacy, listening to ego. Okay, so we definitely have a runner on our hands, and that's a pretty strong energy coming through because they're struggling with this fear of commitment. It's kind of making them tuck their tail in between their legs and run in the opposite direction. All right. Because we do have very strong commitment energy coming through with this wedding and wedding rings. I'm seeing for some of you, it's possible that you had plans to get married and then these plans kind of suddenly changed. All right, it says wedding rings, union, wedding, married, soul connection, eternal love, everlasting promise. We have talking. That's refreshing. Interested, conversing more, awaited message arrives, text, call, email, hoovering. So finally opening up and communicating, because I am saying that this person could be a little bit tight-lipped with this Queen of Swords energy in the reverse. I'm also saying with this card coming out on top of the High Priestess that this person may be sending you psychic messages. Maybe they're appearing in your dreams. We have mask, not showing true feelings, hide, personify, pretend, delude, gaslighting. And there's that energy of this person kind of concealing their emotions, not showing true feelings. And that was the energy that I was getting from the Queen of Cups, because the Queen of Cups is very, very good at hiding their emotions when they want to. I'm going to further clarify this reading with my own love oracle, my Andromeda Skies love oracle. If you would like one of these for yourself, you can find it in my Etsy store, and I'll have that link down below in the description. Okay, and we have I feel you. Now, this card represents that psychic link, that bond that you have with someone. So when you're thinking and feeling something, your person is feeling your energy. I just got an energy of, with this girl talk card, once I place this I feel you energy, if you've moved on from this person is feeling you detached from them. We have I love you. Now, I have this coming out on top of the runner, representing that this person is running away from someone who they know that they're in love with. I can see myself with you for the long term. Here's that commitment energy coming out again. Seeing themselves with you in the future. I want to work things out. Okay, I have this card coming out on this talking energy. So this awaited message, some of you have been waiting a long time for this energy to come through. This person wants to reach out and then, will ask to work things out with you. Please clarify this reading for group number 2. And then we have long distance. Okay, so I did get a couple energies here that can represent travel and the need to possibly travel for work or maybe travel to see you. Okay, but this card can also sometimes represent that feeling of emotional distance, that you've kind of pulled away from them. All right, group number 2, these are all of the energies that I have for you today. I hope you enjoyed this reading. If you did, please hit that like button and subscribe. Consider leaving me a comment down below. I do appreciate that. And I will see you next time. All right, group number 3, this is going to be your reading. And you chose the stone that says wisdom. Okay, so your person could be someone who is very wise, very smart, or they could see you in this light as someone who's very smart. We have trust. This situation is calling for you to have faith. Okay, so having faith in this connection. I'm also feeling that perhaps trust was broken, so this is something that we need to establish. Let your friends help you. Ask for and accept support from others. Okay, so there could be someone here who is reaching out to friends for support about this connection. It's possible that you met this person through friends or are mutual friends. We have retreat. It's time to disconnect from the world. Now, if you look at this imagery here, we have a married couple. So you and your person could be married or maybe talked about getting married. There's an energy of commitment here in this card. But this card also reminds me of the hermit energy, retreating, okay, disconnecting from the world. So this can represent someone who's kind of pulled away and gone really quiet. We have the Seven of Swords. Now, the Seven of Swords is an energy of someone kind of sneaking around, not being honest, hiding information, okay? So not being fully honest here. We have the Six of Wands. Now, the Six of Wands is an energy of being recognized. This is social recognition, social appreciation, okay? Being noticed as well. I'm picking up on an energy of someone who might be a little bit of a flirt, okay? We have the Eight of Cups. With the Eight of Cups being in the reverse, this is an energy of someone who is kind of returning to something that they've left behind. Okay, so this can represent this person making their way back to you. I feel like they are perhaps putting on a little bit of a show, trying to get your attention. You know, after kind of doing something that wasn't so great, not being fully honest with you, perhaps deceiving you in some way. I feel this person may have done their best to get your attention, okay, with this Six of Wands energy. But after that kind of peacock show doesn't really work, I feel that this person is going to try to make their way back to you. I'm also seeing that they may be stalking you on social media. We have the Knight of Swords in the reverse. Now, the Knight of Swords, when it's in the upright, represents someone who is rushing in to fight for what they believe in, okay? Rushing in to communicate. It's very fast-moving energy. And the reverse position, this card represents the runner. This is someone who's retreating from a situation. Okay, so I am seeing that this person may have run away in the past, perhaps to avoid conflict, to avoid owning up for something that they've done with this Six of Swords energy. I mean, Seven of Swords. We have the World. Now, the World represents a completion, a story that is finished being told. It can represent travel as well. So some of you could live at a distance from your person. Okay, but with this these energies coming out, I'm seeing that there could be a lot of push and pull here in this connection. We have this person walking away, you know, retreating from the situation, and then wanting to come back around here with this Eight of Cups being in the reverse. Okay, so this could be a cycle with the World. Can represent, you know, kind of going in a circle here. It's a repetitive cycle, a story that keeps playing on repeat. We have the Ace of Swords. Now, this is a relief because the Ace of Swords is all about clarity, truth, honor. Okay, this person coming through with honest communication. So I'm finally seeing someone who, you know, perhaps after not so great behavior here in the past, you know, playing a little bit of games, I'm seeing kind of like coming forward and wanting to change their energy a little bit and wanting to be forthright about some not so great behavior that we have here in the past. And we have the beautiful Sun energy. Okay, so I do have Leo's energy coming through here. So some of you could be a Leo or involved with a Leo. But the sun is the best card that you can get in the tarot, and it shines its light on all of the cards on the table. Okay, this is a very positive energy. This is a change in energy with what we have here. This is moving forward into happier days. I'm seeing that there could be a child involved. Maybe there's a birth. We have the Prince of Swords in the upright. Okay, so here we have, you know, this reflection going on, this back and forth energy. This person comes and they go sort of deal. But now I'm seeing this person wanting to rush in to communicate and fight for this connection. We have the Eight of Swords. Now, the Eight of Swords is an energy of mental entrapment. This is this person struggling with negative self-talk. It can sometimes represent a situationship with, you know, given the energies that we have here, because this person could feel like they're trapped in another situation that they're struggling to free themselves from. And we have the Hermit. Now, the Hermit is introspection. Now, it goes perfectly with this retreat energy. This is someone who is kind of pulled away to self-reflect. Very healthy energy with what we have going on here. This is someone who's kind of taking a step back and wanting to look at the role that they played in the connection. In the meantime, they're, you know, going a bit quiet. Okay, oftentimes when I get this card in a reading, it does represent someone who's pulled away and perhaps isn't communicating a whole lot because they're doing a lot of self-reflection and shadow work at this time. I'm going to further clarify this reading with Island Time Wellness. We have Coffin. Endings bring new beginnings, growth, change, liberation, transition. Beautiful energy. Okay, so this is kind of going through a spiritual glow up, so to speak. This person making a lot of changes, wanting to make a lot of changes, wanting to come forward with honesty. Okay, the Coffin card is very similar to the Death card in the tarot. So this person going through some kind of transformation, wanting to make some changes, an ending taking place, and now wanting to begin anew. So I'm also saying, before I move on, that some kind of deceitful behavior could have been the result of an ending that took place here. And we have Love Call. Someone expresses love, a message of love, thinking of you and letting you know. Okay, so wanting to reach out, wanting to express their feelings here. We have Hammer. Sabotage, rebuilding, interrogation, repetitive, persistent, working on it. There's that repetitive energy. We see on this Eight of Cups, with this here, we have sabotage. Okay, so this person sabotaging the connection and then wanting to build up again. And it's this like repetitive cycle that this person has been struggling with. We have Stabbed in the Back. Heartbreak, pain, separation, deception, shocking attack. Okay, so this deception energy. I feel this person is aware that they betrayed you in some way. This card can sometimes represent infidelity, so there could have been a third-party situation that took place. We have Axe. Breakup, separation, stop the pattern, silent treatment, abandonment. Okay, so this person with this Hermit energy pulling away, going quiet. Perhaps that's what's going on with many of you, where they're giving you the silent treatment. But we have so many cards here representing a pattern, that this is a cycle that we keep going through. Okay, and then we have this stop the pattern energy. So wanting to kind of cut this off until this person can go through some changes and come forward and, you know, be ready to be fully honest and communicate clearly with this Ace of Wands energy. Ace of Wands, Ace of Swords. Boy, Mercury retrograde is really getting me today. Please clarify this reading for group number 3. And we have secrets and deception. Okay, so this card is very similar to this Seven of Swords energy. Not being fully honest, and that issue there of not being fully honest, leading to the end of this connection. I check on you from afar. Okay, so like I was saying earlier, I feel like this person may be checking on your social media, you know, keeping tabs on you. And we have, I need time. Okay, so this person isn't ready just now to come forward, to communicate. I feel they're still going through this transition, still going through the change. We have, our story isn't over yet. Okay, so this person is still, they have the intention of coming back here. And can we start over? So here's this repetition of ending and starting over, ending, starting over. Okay, it's like the cycle that we keep going through. All right, but I'm feeling that this person is going to be going through some changes here with this coffin energy and wanting to come forward with this Ace of Swords energy. Now, I didn't tell you, but this is my own love oracle. If you would like one of these for yourself, you can find it in my Etsy store, and I have that link down below in the description. These are all of the energies that I have for you today, group number 3. I hope you enjoyed the reading. If you did, please hit that like button and subscribe. Consider leaving me a comment down below. I do appreciate that, and I will see you next time.